Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the next 10 days. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. Oop, okay, we got some fast-moving energy there. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll take a peek at whoever's on your mind, your person, and your energy, and see what's going on there. So if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings if you'd like one of those. The information is in the description box below this video or in my About section of my channel. All right, my loves. So in the recent past, we have the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have, look at that, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So just when you think that things couldn't turn around, boom, they do. And all of a sudden you get this surprise. I feel like things are gonna start moving quickly. It's almost as if you have a sense like you don't believe this is real. So let's see what's going on in the current. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like there was a part of you that thought it wasn't possible for things to actually turn around or shift. And then all of a sudden, like lots of communication came in. And wherever you may have been feeling a little bit unsure, boom, something showed up to give you that reassurance again. All right, so in the near future, we have the Three of Wands, Justice in reverse, there you are, and the Six of Cups. So the overall energy is the Hierophant in reverse. This could be feeling, okay, this is a very specific, I'm just going to bring it up. For those of you it resonates, it's coming up for a reason. Those of you that have gone through a divorce, it doesn't matter when, you could have felt abandoned by a situation or you had to abandon something because you knew that there were shifts and changes happening in your life. And this is the world saying, yes, you are closing out that chapter. And it's like, when I see the pages, I want to go back to youth. So it's restoring the feelings that we had as youth, before we were jaded, before we had been screwed over, had lots of disappointments, failures, all those things. It's like, don't abandon your faith that things can turn around. That's what I really want to say, because this is what it feels like. It's like abandoning a belief system that things can actually turn out better. We've had so much happen, and I'm sure everyone has been impacted by it, but I'm sure you probably felt like, how could things possibly get better? It's hard to see it when you're in the thick of it. And in this case, it's like they're just saying, don't abandon that, because things are really starting to change in your world. New opportunities are going to be coming along. It's how you perceive it is how you receive it, right? So if your perception is that it's not enough or it's something that's a little, on the more negative side, then that's going to be how you receive that information. But I feel like you're shifting out of that and you're shifting into another way of like going back to, I just want to go backwards, going back to when you thought everything in the world was possible. And it is. It doesn't matter what age you are. Things can start over and all of a sudden the world opens up to you. It's like if you've done your healing, if you've done things that have helped change or improve you personally, that's when everything around you can start to shift and change. So there is a whole new world opening up for you, especially coming into the next couple of years. I want to say the next 2 years are really going to be different than what you've been experiencing for quite some time. I think you're going to find your passion again. Male or female, his energy is looking towards this like, this is what I've overcome. And I've accepted that, yes, this was a period of my life that was quite challenging, but I need to really abandon the idea that things can't change, because they do and they will, and the energy showing up for you just recently to let you see that. Okay, let me put these back down and we'll get into your recent past. So with the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles, this is communication, people coming in, probably either seeking you out, or there's something that's giving you this feeling of, is it really as bad as it seems? Or do I just sometimes fall into a place of not recognizing the blessings that I actually do have and all the great things that I have accomplished to this point? We all fall into that moment of, shit, is it really where I want it to be? Can it get better? Absolutely it can. And you're going to keep seeing proof of that. Spirit, I feel like, gave you a little nibble of what it could look like in the future to keep you up and going. You're closing out something significant. So please hold on tight, because the energy is going to start moving for you really, really, really quickly. All right. Now, the current energy, we'll clarify that in just a moment. The Seven of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Cups and then the Four of Cups. This is not being confused or having any delusion around the feelings that you have, the emotions that you have, what you want to experience. The Knight of Cups, he's actually moving towards the Four of Cups, which means at times maybe you didn't feel like you had everything to offer somebody, but you still want to give of yourself in a relationship. Maybe there was someone that didn't see what you were bringing to the table, and you want to put behind you that confusion that there may have been by turning it upside down and saying, nope, this is what I really want, and I want this person to see it, but they may not be right now. So if you're experiencing any kind of rejection or someone who just seems to not get what you bring to the table, we'll see when we clarify what that's going to look like in the future. Now, with the Three of Wands in reverse, the Justice in reverse, and the Six of Cups, there's something that you didn't feel had balance or didn't feel like there was justice within a situation. I'm going to say it was somebody from the past. So in the near future, you could experience something showing back up for you. Maybe you had closed out the idea that this could ever exist again, and then it pops back up. If it's not the actual person, the energy of somebody that's going to be similar to that person is going to show up in your life, and it's going to make you feel a little bit nostalgic. It may remind you of where you felt there were things that were just not balanced, or you didn't feel like yourself. So it may be a little bit triggering. I don't think it's going to be a bad thing. I don't know that it's going to last forever, but someone's coming into your energy that's going to bring back a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia for you in the future. We'll get some more info on that in just a moment. All right, so let's clarify the Eight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is for Libra. All right, so we have the Judgment. This, I think, again, it's like there's a part of you that has prayed, but at the same time almost doesn't believe that there could be shift. And I think there's a need to work on your belief in what is possible. Yes, there could be some difficult decisions you've had to make, and those could have created some instability for you or made you feel a little bit insecure about how things were going to look in the future. And I keep wanting to giggle because I feel like Spirit's like saying, really? Come on now. How many times have we shown you that things do end up working out even through the darkest of times? You've come out the other side. This is just another one of those moments where you're closing out another cycle and you're opening up into something so much better. All right, now the Nine of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles, the Strength. It could have worn you out, literally. You could be exhausted now anyway. A lot of people are because of the intensity of these energies. So that's going to be a need to rest. And that's why I feel like the abundance is showing up for you, whether it be support from your family, money, whatever it is, it's going to make you feel a little better in the moment. It's going to be there to help restore some of that faith and to help you get your energy back. Because it feels like you were quite depleted, kind of going at things a million miles a minute. And now I feel like you're being asked to pull back just a tad and relax into it and allow Spirit to bring you what you deserve. All right, so the Seven of Cups with the Knight of Cups. Now, as far as energies, I do feel a lot of fire. Leo, Sag, Aries. We also have Cap, Virgo, and Taurus. Your energies here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have the King of Wands. Now, could you have been dealing with somebody who was a little bit difficult? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a slight story, and I thought this while I was watching the show. If you haven't seen the show Reign, R-E-I-G-N, on Netflix, when you see at the end of the series, the fourth season, I think, the kid who ends up taking over as king, this is the way he looks sitting in that chair. It's like they took a depiction from that specifically. So he looks kind of with a side eye. Now, it also represented the father who was killed in the beginning of the season. Sorry if I ruined that for somebody. But I remember thinking during watching this, Narcisse was the person that was involved with the family. And every time his name was said, I kept thinking of this card and how I say this could be someone who is possibly narcissistic. Now, I noticed somebody made a comment about that being kind of overblown or that we're overusing the word. That's not true. Spiritually, narcissists have been popping up. It's part of the spiritual evolution. It's to help shift the light workers into their full being. There is a purpose for them. I know that can be difficult to swallow if you've been through these types of relationships and not understood what their purpose in your life. If you are not on the other side of that, what I'm saying is going to trigger you. They do create a lot of chaos. It is very painful. They're not easy relationships. But I feel that what this is saying is that you're overcoming these types of energies. People that don't have your best interest at heart. So you could have dealt with a lot of very sideways people is what I want to say in your life. And you're not confused about that anymore. I feel like you realize that everybody has their troubles and that you can lay this energy behind you and move forward and still be a loving human being. You could also feel like that's the type of person that you dealt with that didn't see what you brought to the table. And then we have the 10 of Cups. And it's really that you just want to find peace and happiness and joy within your relationship. So people like this can make you feel like what you think or feel is crazy, or that things are unjustified. I can say so many things about them, but the fact is you just want to find that happy place and that balance in your life. The 10 of Cups doesn't have to be within a partnership. It can just be that you want to find this peace, period, emotionally. And yes, possibly opening up to the idea that love is possible in the future and wanting to share that with someone if you don't already have someone. If you do, those of you have found the person that you know you can spend your life with after getting over difficult relationships. All right, so let's look at the 3 of Wands in reverse with the Justice in reverse. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So you're going to be asked in that moment when this energy comes into your life, I don't think you're going to be very clear about what to do. So just know, I mean, it's coming up. It's a forewarning, not anything to be too upset about or worried about. I just think at the moment, you're just not quite going to know what to do when they show up in your life. And then we have the Knight of Cups again. So that's clarifying. That I feel like is you moving away from anything that's indecisive, that you don't feel clear about, and just saying, I'd rather take my chances and move forward. I've learned to love me and I'm not interested. Yep. And then the Wheel of Fortune, they had me pull from the deck. The Wheel of Fortune is about those changes. So like I said, you closing out that cycle just opens up your world to something completely different. And the Wheel of Fortune can be big, big changes in your financial status, just your life in general looking a lot different than it used to. It's definitely things moving in your favor. Now we have Leo energy showing up here. I feel, again, Aries, a lot of fire, Sag, and possibly Taurus. That just popped up. Let's see. So the 5 of Wands, it may seem as though there are people in your surroundings that once you start to hit this level again in your life, or for the first time, whichever it may be for you, there may be a lot of people around you that are a little jealous with the 5 of Wands or competitive with you. You may have dealt with that in the past. But I feel like you're coming into this new energy with a lot of love and an open heart. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be open to this person. I think you just need to get clarity around whatever this is. And they're not giving me anything decisive. So I'm just going to say somebody's going to show up that may not have been a future, or someone that is like someone you experienced. All right, so I'm going to clear these. And we are going to get into whoever's on your mind. Now, the card that ends up when I gather these on top is going to be a really big focus. So the 6 of Cups is nostalgia. So the holidays could be bringing this up for you. Again, somebody coming in possibly to apologize and just I feel like this is more friend energy. Someone who wants to spend some time with you and really just has a lot of compassion for you. I don't know. It's different. It may be different from the person we mentioned. All right. Now let's grab another deck and we will get into your person's energy. This is for Libra. All All right. So your person's energy is the King of Wands. So again, we have a lot of this fiery, passionate energy. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So you have someone, male or female, it doesn't matter, who right now is pretty decisive about what they want. But here's the thing. They're conflicted. It's like they're very passionate and a part of them is very stable. I feel a very boss type energy. Someone who just has control over their world. And here you are showing up as the Knight of Cups again. Excuse me. They could be a little bit dominant. Your energy is the Knight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands. Overall energy, the Tower. Something could have shifted. I think things are shifting and changing in your life quite dramatically, actually. So this is just saying something's going through a really big change. I think your person stays conflicted about what they're passionate about and what they want to create in their life and the stability that they want. So there could be that the two of you go back and forth, and at times you don't know who you're going to get. Whether you're going to get the person that's practical or the one who's fiery and passionate. Now, the Eight of Wands being in reverse, they may not be very open right now about what they're feeling and experiencing. Could be that they're just really, really focused on their work. I think they're very passionate about it, but they toss, like I said, between those two energies. And then the Two of Swords in reverse, they aren't confused about what they want. Let's put it that way. With the Two of Swords in reverse, they're very concise as far as what they want. They just don't seem to communicate it very well. So they may know, but you don't know always what it is that they think and feel. Now, your energy is the Knight of Cups. Now, your back is actually to their energy. But I think you've made a decision that no matter what, you're going to love you. Even if right now it's not the happiest of times, it's not exactly what you would really, really want in your life. The Five of Wands in reverse. I just don't think you want to deal with any kind of battles. So if you've got a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, male or female, and that's confusing to you, you may just be focused on loving you. Now, if you're currently with this person, things are about to change. So does it mean it's going to break apart? Not necessarily. It does feel like there's just a lot of... Okay, cards keep flipping. You saw that Two of Pentacles, so I'm not going to reach in front of the camera to pick it back up. It just feels like there's a discontentment on your side because you just don't know what you're getting with this person sometimes. So something big is about to happen. Whether it be that everything shifts and it gets better, it could also be the other. So I'm going to give you both energies because I do feel there's a possibility that it could be one or the other. It's going to depend on you and obviously your free will. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You guys are very playful. I love that. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. You could feel that for sure. Chemistry, there is a strong magnetic attraction. I feel that with the King of Wands, a lot of passion. And then we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. If this is a marriage, there is definitely a shift happening within a marriage. Now, if this is someone that you are just dating, it could possibly end up in that. But I think you really want this person to figure out exactly what they want. They seem to know, but they aren't expressing it. So you may just need them to speak up a little bit more. And I think they will. They're just having trouble right now putting everything that they think and feel into words. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I can speak. This could be the case for those of you that are in a new relationship. So I'd say have faith because I feel like this is a good connection. I just think you're getting someone who's a little bit scattered right now. All right, let's get the Lover's Oracle and see what messages we get here. All right, that one seems to want to stand out. You know what I'm going to do really quick before we grab those? I'm going to see what the advice for you guys is. I don't always pull it, but they were pressing me. So what's the advice or the possible outcome for Libra? All right, so the Hierophant in reverse, I think someone has commitment issues. So just be aware of that, whether that's you or them. Maybe it could, I'm not going to say end up in divorce because I don't think that's really what it is. I think the advice is to make sure that things are communicated well. If there's any insecurities or you have any fears of commitment, or they do, it just needs to be expressed, and it will be. I don't think there's going to be any more confusion. So just know that the communication is coming. If you have any questions about where it's going, it's all going to be explained. So I think they're saying have faith. Try not to let it rock you or create any kind of insecurities, because the communication is going to open up soon. All right, let's get back to this. Now, this was the card that popped out. It says freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. And then we have, it is important right now to take a step back and spend time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. That's exactly what I said. You, loving on you and letting this person sort of figure their stuff out. And then we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Always. Always, always, always. All right, my loves, the last messages we're going to grab are from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This is for Libra. Okay, so we have building blocks. This is good because everything about this reading is talking about new beginnings, and the building blocks is about starting from the ground up. Literally, again, doesn't matter how old you are. This is just saying whatever was not built on a stable ground was being washed away from you for a reason, so that you could rebuild and have this brand new start. Close out the old cycle of things that didn't work and really put the effort in to let it grow one step at a time. And then we have not for you. So whatever wasn't for you, like I said, is being washed away from your life. You could have felt like at the eclipse season that something else had to be removed, and you're like, what else? What else has to go? Whatever wasn't meant for you had to go. And then chop wood. So this reduces to a 6. There's a lot of 6 energy. Your birthday could be the 6th or the 10th. Chop wood, I feel like, is saying get yourself out into nature. It may not be the actual meaning of the card, but there's a lot of effort that needs to be put in. And it can be a lot of work to release things and start over and build from the ground up. But that's what I feel like they're saying, is this is going to be some work. So be prepared for that. And then a leg up. That's what I feel like you have. Now, work did not come up in this particular reading, but if there is, well, I mean, something is coming to you financially. So work is definitely going to improve in some aspect. But a leg up means, to me, obviously, a leg up in the competition. The 7 is being protected, and just knowing it doesn't really matter about the competition that you may have as far as what you do for a living. Don't worry about that. You're always going to have a leg up on the competition in some way, shape, or form. Just know what's meant for you is always going to come to you. So let's say you have a business and you're looking for more clients. This would be, people are drawn to you because that's what spirit is bringing to you. We always think, yes, it is the efforts that you make. I'm not saying you don't have to make efforts, advertise, do whatever you got to do, but there's always going to be something a little different about you that's going to make people feel like they want to come to you. So that's for those of you that are in business. And I think that's all they really had to say for that. Okay, these were your messages. I hope they helped. Thank you so, so much for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Again, if you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below or in my About section. I hope you have an amazing 10 days, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.